Hello and welcome. Now it's no surprise when you're doing any kind of custom work, working on old hot rods, all that good stuff, well, sometimes you have to fabricate your own parts. And I'm no stranger to that, and I've been working in a fabrication shop for 20 years, so to me it's not something to ever be scared of. Now, before we go along in the video, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification button. Now right here is a 204R. And some of you, as I know, have had troubles finding your dust cover to cover your flex plate and your converter. But I think I got a solution, cheap and easy solution. Just gonna require a little bit of work. And honestly, as long as you're not afraid of any work, it's gonna be cheap. Why? Because this is a $35 Summit Racing dust cover. Now, of course, it says 350 turbo 400. All right, let's look here at the fitment. All we really need to do is open the holes up just a little bit. I may be a little crooked holding this. Let's see. That one right there, that's going to be easy. So that hole right there is the only one a little bit off. You see we're lined up here, lined up here. We can open that one up a little bit more, and we'll open that hole up. All right, so there we are. There's some space, so we got some gap, but this is pretty thin, so we can move it if need be. All right, so this little thing right here, obviously it'll line up and work. Just, drill your holes out a little bit, and it definitely will work. And I do recommend trimming this down a little bit further, because in the past I've had these aftermarket parts right here cause some interference issues sometimes. Now, if your starter is on the passenger side, Chevrolet, like this cover is, you're good to go. If not, that's probably what you're sticking around for, because like me, I'm running Pontiac with the starter on the driver's side. You may be asking, why didn't I buy one? I went to Summit. I did not find one with the driver's side starter hole. That could be me. Some of y'all may prove me wrong, but I didn't find one on there. Now all I have to do is move this hole over here, and I'm not going to want this extra hole here, and it'll also make that too flimsy, so I'll fix that too at the same time. Now, you can do this at home with a cheap Harbor Freight welder and some cheap tools. Fairly easy. You don't have to do it like I'm about to do, which we're going to go shop and we're going to do it there. So you can do this in your home garage if you want. So it's going to be pretty easy. I'm going to show you how I'm going to do it. Now, pretty simple, as I said. Take a piece of cardboard, I'm going to make a template. That was a quick cardboard template. Now the catch is, if this hole's a little bit bigger, you'll be alright. Then you'll have plenty of extra metal, because all we're doing is we're going to take this, put it over there. We can grind it down and make it fit that one just right. Now, we're just going to cut it off. Alright, so finish mopping this up real quick. What I'm going to have to do, because this is flipped over, and this brake that's in it, it's not really a brake, it's more of a press, the way this is formed. Well, it's interfering, so I'm going to have to flatten this out, get it just right, set right, without it pulling and kinking anything. I also got this aluminum under here where I'm going to weld, and you don't have to weld it solid. You can just tack it on. It should be fine. I don't want it to warp anything, so I'm using the aluminum behind it to keep a lot of heat out of it, keep it from warping and moving and all that stuff. Now I'm going to head and weld mine solid up. You can grind it off or don't, because you know it is going to be hidden. I'm going to bevel this off, and then I'm going to paint it so it don't rust. And the only thing I got to watch out for here is make sure that don't hit the flex plate, which it shouldn't, because that radius is still there. And if anything, you can take 2 ball peen hammers and knock it down a little bit if need be. Alright, now here it is. Check it out. And under the vehicle, you're not really going to see it if it ain't pretty or perfect or whatever, but you know what? It's going to work. So let's test it out. Alright, check it out. Hole in each. There's a bolt in each hole. We're good. I could have opened those up a little bit more, but it's fine right now the way it is. Granted, I know it's not on the vehicle yet, but you get the idea. You can see, I think this will work pretty well. So yeah, like I said, I trimmed all this off on the top on the excess, because sometimes when you're stamped out, they're kind of pushed back a little bit, and I've had them hit the flex plate, and sometimes down here too, but because you can see how this is kind of radius, and then it almost flattens right here. So sometimes you can take a ball peen and knock that down, which I'll probably end up doing this one before I install it. But overall, that's it. Well, there it is. Fits pretty good. And that's going to work. As you can see. So don't stress about not being able to find a flex plate cover for a 204R. Or in some cases, if you need one for a 700R and you're running driver's side starter, simple. And you know what? If you can't do it, I'm pretty sure you can find someone who can weld to do it for you. There it is. And it's done. I hope you enjoyed this video. As always, thanks for watching.